Welcome to another episode of DaddinNShit. Can't curse, kids might be watching. You feel me? My name is Steve, also known as Chocolate Dad. To my right,
my name is Saya, aka Saya.
Chris, aka Styles.
It's your boy Chris. Y'all know me as 9-5. Welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe. Email us, send us topics, information, comments,
love it.
Feedback. We appreciate it. Thank you all for tuning in. And here we go, y'all.
Yeah, so I was just doing a little bit of thinking, and what bothered me about the whole pregnancy process was every time we would see someone, it would be like, oh, how's she doing? She how many months is she? How's she carrying well? Did she have morning sickness? But no one ever asked about me, how I was doing.
They don't care about us, bro.
They don't care.
They don't care about us.
Not one. I can't think of one person that asked you like, yo,
hey,
are you saying doing? How you doing?
No. One person ever asked me like, yo, how am I doing? My mom, she called me. My mom was like, oh, first of all, she's like, oh, hey, how's my baby girl doing? How's everything going on? How's the Jax? How's the baby? You okay? You look a little tired. No.
Duh. But it's like for men, we will get now it's less. The woman 9 times out of 10, people will be like, "How's the lady? How's the lady?" It's like, okay. Yeah. You know, I'm the one that got to deal with this. I'm the one that got to be the one up late and do everything else.
Yeah,
but
making the runs and
so you know.
But thank God, like for me, like for my lady's pregnancy process, it really wasn't that like crazy, or she didn't have morning sickness. So that was a blessing. She did have cravings. She still, I wouldn't call them cravings. She loves cereal, but she would always eat cereal. Like even now when I cook, she'll eat cereal before she eat what I cook, and I feel like that's mad disrespectful.
I mean, it depends because I know you really can't cook that well. So she's saving herself, but
right.
So she would eat cereal all day. So that's the only craving that I would think of. In fact, morning sickness, nah, she never had that. She had to sleep a certain way, which was like annoying because I like to cuddle. You feel me?
Lover boy.
I like to cuddle. You can't really cuddle.
You can't get right.
Stomach all in the way.
Undercover light skin, bro.
But other than that, like the process was it was good. We were still having sex. I mean, that didn't stop. So that was good.
I mean, she can't get pregnant again, so
yeah. So it was just shoot. Facts. You can't put another one in you.
What can you do?
Yeah. So how was your process?
Mine, it was cool. It wasn't bad. You know, it was more of the whole pregnancy. She actually hated me.
Oh wow!
Literally hated me up until
it's
like
different than now.
Up
actually just hate you a little bit less.
Yeah, it's a little bit like 2% less. But like she hated me the whole pregnancy up until literally like probably like the month other baby was due. But prior to that, like it was cool. I mean, for me, kind of. For her though, she had a lot of like headaches and shit. So I was out running around. Me really, the whole pregnancy process for me was just running around getting everything that she needed. Like these fucking precky pops and getting honey and sucking on. Like just me running around trying to find this and trying to find that. And like
we did everything together. I didn't have to run around. We did everything together.
I was the one.
That's actually kind of dope because it's like you can't go wrong because you here.
Shit.
I can't get after all running around these stores, come back and it's not what you wanted. It's like no, you was there. You know what you wanted.
But I feel like the next one. It's not gonna be like that, cause now, see, you did this with me already, so you know these cookies that I gotta eat, you know all this stuff that I gotta get.
Yeah, it sounds like that, but everything is different because she might like say, for instance, she loves chocolate chip cookies and that's all she wanted. She might end up being repulsed by it. So you show with mad chocolate chip cookies, she's gonna look like you like I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Yep.
And you're like, what do you mean? It's your favorite.
I bring it all. Fuck it. Shit, you want this? You get this kind, that kind.
Word.
Like I remember one time she wanted lobster rolls. So I went to 3 different places, got lobster rolls. Here, take your pick, whatever one's the best. Fuck it.
Whatever you don't want, then I'll eat. But
yeah, like, first. But like, so like, you know that was really like, it was alright. She had it. Her personally, she had it. Wasn't that bad pregnancy. She was smooth sailing to the end. And like really, she didn't swell up or nothing, or like feet didn't swell up, nothing like that. So Tia
feet swell up.
Yeah, like she was good. Her feet swelled up actually when we got in the hospital she about to go in labor. She didn't swell up the whole pregnancy, so like she was straight. So
I swelled up. My feelings swelled up. Thank you though.
Okay, but like for me personally, like the whole process for me though, it's more of a like I try to keep cool as much as I could, just to make sure that she good, you know, because I can't fold, I can't panic and like, you know what I mean, because she might stress out, you know, we're trying to have a healthy baby.
Yeah, because so, you got to keep them all as like
you
calm
gotta,
as whatever.
Yeah, you gotta, like, even when I know shit going wrong, or like I gotta like
just bite it.
Yeah, they literally got a license to give birth and license to kill. Like, so whatever's going on is just it is.
It's like times she wanted certain cravings and shit, and I like damn, I don't really go over there. Like you that ass, like the whole way there I'm tight. Like fuck, man, I gotta go get this fucking shit. But it's like, you know,
she ever crave something, you went and you got it, when you got back she didn't want it no more.
My nigga, not that. She craved fucking these crab cakes, son. She wanted crab cakes, OD, but she wanted a good crab cake. So, but she wanted to order from some spot. She never ate from them before, but she heard it was good. So she went hard for me to get it, and it was kind of out the way. When it got it, son, that shit was trash. She was tight. She was tight. I was tight because I'm like, yo,
all of that is not even good too.
In my head, I'm like, I hope this shit is fire. She was tight. So I'm like, now I gotta find some good crab cakes now. Now I'm like, I gotta find some good crab cakes. So it's like, the fuck. Like,
I feel like what makes it like important and easy on us is the support system besides us that they have. I feel like, you know, grandma checking in, you know, grandpa checking in, everyone around checking in.
Because you running around like a chicken with his head cut off at this point. You know, she needs, like you said, she got cravings, you running the store. You know, you at work, you still got to get up and go to work every day. So you and Mom Dukes probably check in and she good. And you running home, like you literally, that little bit of a extra help was always a good part. I technically, in a sense, didn't really have too much. For the most part, it was just me and her. So, like to run around, I mean, I'm built like that, honestly. Like it didn't bother me to run around and picking up something, like you said, the cravings. Like she was cooked on Heroes. Crazy, yeah. Like she's like,
which is funny, right? Because
nah.
But it's funny, right? Because to my understanding, I mean, I guess it might just be like a folklore sort of thing, but where like they're not supposed to have like cold cuts. And that sort of kind of thing,
certain,
you know.
I never heard about cold cuts.
Processed stuff like that.
I never heard that. I heard like shrimp and stuff like that.
Like fish. You have a lot of fish. That's what I heard.
And then also
too, wanted crab cakes. Look at that.
Right. And then also like I've heard the whole thing about like not wanting to have sushi. But then I think what about the whole eastern side of the world? Mm-hmm. Well, that's what they live off of, and their babies would come out and, you know.
I mean, we also raising kids in American culture, so ain't nobody worried about them.
No, but I'm just saying. In terms of just us, just to the basic science of it all, like, is that actually affecting like the fetus or whatever the case may be? I think it's just, you know, just like anything else, right? Like there's like we clean and season and wash our you know, food and things of that nature. And some places there's don't, but I think it kind of goes hand in hand with that sort of thing. But all right, so she loved Heroes.
Yeah, it was just that the dude at the corner store knew me. When I
walked in, like, yo,
so you walk in,
knew what it was.
Another one.
Just walk in like, yo, two and a half and half, right?
Real quick for like all the viewers out there who, you know, are not from New York, because they call Heroes something different
hoagies.
Everywhere else. They call it hoagies,
subs.
That's what it is. Subs, hoagies. That's a hero.
A big ass sandwich.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we do not go to Subways. We don't go to Subways for hours.
The corner store is better than Subways.
Exactly.
No. The corner store
is better than Subway.
You know what I'm saying? They all have the same name.
With the leftover grease on a spatula. That's how we like.
Because it's the bacon grease in the morning run.
Yep.
So you know.
The joint that used to get me was after you get them whatever they want, they threw it up. So I'm like, damn, look at the mad money. I'm like, yo, I guess
you didn't even enjoy that.
It's the definition of money down the drain, right?
It's like the last $10 in my pocket. I'm like, yeah,
that's on the floor. That's on the floor right there, like, yo.
And you gotta clean it up.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
she didn't make it to the toilet bowl? Oh, no, you gotta walk around with buckets or something.
Yeah, you ain't wilding to the damn bathroom, man. Damn. But my joint, it was definitely smooth. I can't front. Like, I was happy to be a father.
Both times?
The first time, my older one is not biologically mine.
Okay.
I've been raising him since he's a year and a half.
Okay.
So me and her have our one together.
Okay.
But I was there throughout the time with my younger one, and it was smooth. It was, I don't know, like I didn't. You know, some people say, they hate the father. Nah, we was cool.
She hated me.
It wasn't a lot of emotional going on. It wasn't a lot of fighting and nothing. It was smooth. Like I come home, whatever. That's probably why he looks so much like me. It was just good. Like
I think that's what it is. My son look just like me.
Yeah,
because I ain't really stressed. She ain't stressed me out. I ain't stressed her out.
It wasn't that.
But just know the women hate that.
What?
When a baby come out not like them, like the father.
Tell me about it.
Because my lady, all that,
talk about it.
I sat here 9 motherfucking months holding this baby, coming looking like his daddy. Like what the fuck? Oh well.
I was like, I mean, you ain't never sat through an episode of Bill Nye the Science Guy. Like, I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. They gotta look like
they be salty.
They don't look like me. They mine.
They mine. Nah, it's definitely. I can't even lie. It was definitely smooth. Different stories. Like I said, the only thing was just the cravings, the craziness. And it's funny because where I found out she was pregnant, I remember I was driving and she was fiending for some Caribbean food. And that day I'm driving down Rockaway, whatever that is, by the airport, and somebody rear-ended me. But the thing is, she wanted the food so bad that we was going, why does she want me to go all the way over there? So I'm driving to get rear-ended. But the thing is, it wasn't so bad. So if I had to go to the hospital, I would have found out that she was pregnant at the time. So time go by, I'm like, yo, something's up. Like, yo, she's asking the same thing over and over. I'm dumb to the
you're not even thinking.
Like, I don't know what it is. Boom, a month later, because she's pregnant. So I was like, the whole time, if I just went to the hospital that day, I would have
found out right there.
Yeah.
She went to the hospital. Got that case, but
I know. Hey. Who knew? I mean,
fuck it.
I just thought about something. So I feel like our next episode should be about the time that we found out about the pregnancies. I don't know, everybody's
put that on the board. Put that on the board. Yeah, that's a good one. Come back to you guys about that one.
Definitely.
So how about your experience, Chris? Number 2. Chris
Fuck
B.
all y'all. That's. I know the kids is watching, but that's how I feel.
Fudge all y'all. So I told my son. Fudge.
My experience was very. It was exactly a roller coaster. Like, you find out, you're like, oh, okay, cool. You get on the ride. You're like, all right, yo,
buckle up.
And then it's just, woof, woof, woof. So, you guys were there. So I proposed to Becca Columbus weekend of 2019. Great time. Everybody was on time. That's saying a lot for our friends, right? Everybody was on time. We had a great time.
Finally.
Turned up, drinking, enjoyed it. Go home, celebrate, all that kind of stuff. I go back to work the week after, whatever the case may be. I was on the night shift that week. I'm home. I get home, like when I'm on nights, I get home like 7:45, 8 o'clock. Shower, go to sleep. She comes and wakes me up at like 11. I'm like, I just fell asleep. You have the nerve to be waking me up? I'm pregnant.
No, oh, sure.
Oh, all right. I mean, you probably still be pregnant when I wake up. So
you could have told me in the morning.
Yeah, this afternoon, whatever.
But
change. We were happy. It was cool. It was fire. Excited. Celebrated again. Had a great time. Obviously can't get pregnant twice. So YOLO. Boom, 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 boom.
Shoot it up.
And
pow, pow.
Probably like a couple of weeks later, I get home. I picked up a shift, and I worked that night, another night shift. I'm about to get ready to go to work, and she's in the bathroom. She calls me. She's like, yo, something's wrong. I'm like, what the fuck? So she let out a large-ass blood clot. So you already know what's...
Yeah.
My heart is like... My heart, like, out. My joint is legs down, flat, but out. And it was just super scary. Went to the hospital, got checked out. They were like, yo, the baby's fine. Yo, I'm like, oh,
sounds like a weight off your shoulders.
That was a relief.
So we went to see her doctor subsequently after that, and they were just like, she has a short cervix. So having sex or whatever the case may be,
all that celebrating you was doing.
Yeah, all that celebrating, and she has a short cervix. And shout out to my pops for keeping me blessed. All of that put together, And so the doctor was just like, yo, we want to run a few more tests, but if I think it is what it is, they're like, yo, they describe it as trauma, but it's like no physical, nothing. So from that point, there was like, you can go to work, come home, and that's it.
No sex? Nah.
So
hold on, real quick. When you found this out, how many months was she?
We were
early on,
like a month and a half.
A month
and a half.
So that's about like.
So all right. So I'm lying. I'm miscalculating. She was So she was 2 months. So this is what happened. So this is the part I left out, right? So when I proposed to her, she was already 2 weeks pregnant. We didn't know. Nobody knew. So we didn't find out until 2 weeks after that. So she was a month when we found out. When that happened, it was the middle of exactly. So it was the middle of November when that situation happened. Right, exactly. So just about 2 months.
2 months.
When we found that out. So from 2 months on, but at first we were just like, yeah, right.
You had sex for a whole year, my brother. I don't care what you say. Because even when it's done.
Listen.
Even when it's done, they still gotta wait. Technically, they gotta wait minimum 6 weeks. Nobody listens to that.
Listen. Okay. I didn't cry myself to sleep many nights. All right. I didn't bought stock and jergens. It was and that so that's obviously like, not to say it's selfish, but that's, as a man, like that was the biggest hardship dealing with the entire pregnancy, because people always say, "Oh, pregnancy sex is amazing.
You can't
get pregnant again, you can do whatever. It's supposed to be super wet. It was fucking everything, all of that.
All the myths. You
I can't find out. And then it's not even just like, oh, you can't find out this pregnancy.
That's
her physiology isn't gonna change.
That's forever.
So that's the next kid, or if there's any additional, it'll always be for that. But she also had, I wouldn't even call it morning sickness. It was just always sick. 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Didn't matter.
Some days she would just have water and just be throwing up, to the point where like I was on Amazon every week, like, so I bought barf bags, like on the plane shit. I had them in I remember I was talking to him, I was like, I had to buy barf bags. He's like, barf bags for what? Barf bag was in the car. The other car we had, the last car we had,
all over.
But not only in the car, but like she had to have them like in her bag because she took the train to work. So she would take the express train to work, but then take the express bus home because it was like less people around, less crowded. So she always had a seat. Or like if I was off, I would just have to drive to the city to pick her up from work. In terms of cravings, I'm very surprised. She had zero cravings. Like nothing stuck out. It was just whatever was
whatever you got.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
like,
good. That's
good. So that was a great headache. I never had to wake up in the middle of the morning, in the middle of the night, go find something or whatever. But like so the reason why, so like I said, she had a short cervix, and then halfway through the pregnancy, she had to have a procedure done. So basically, what they do, a doctor goes in and they have to stitch the cervix closed. So they put like 1 or 2 stitches in it to keep it closed, because as the baby expands, his hip expands, the cervix expands. So God forbid, the baby could potentially be born prematurely. So you got to think like you got to go to work, you got to take care of her, you know what I'm saying, take care of the family, pay all the bills, stack bread, all that kind of stuff, and then every single day worrying like, potentially something could happen and it can come early, the baby can come early. So like stress. Like I know Steve probably have a joke in the tuck for this, but like if I had hair, shit, like I honestly, like I would have been losing it. I could grow it if I want to. It's cool. Listen, man, I got way more after the fact, but nonetheless, that's neither here nor there.
See, but this is that's what happened. Mind-boggling.
Hold on, let me ask you a question now.
Yeah.
When y'all found out y'all couldn't have sex or whatever, right? Did you and her had that conversation of like how this is gonna be moving forward? Like this,
truthfully, like, but you got so
one of those.
It was like, it's a shock. Obviously, it's a shock. It's like, I can't have sex. Like, what the fuck? But pardon me for cursing again. But nonetheless, she initiated that conversation because she, respected enough to understand the gravity of the situation, to be like, I understand that, like, I'm in a relationship with this man, like, I'm supposed to be providing him with his needs or things or whatever. So she was just like, how she was like, how am I feeling with that? I was like, at the end of the day, yeah, it's super trash, but you put that on the scale, I can't have sex and making sure I have a healthy kid.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not a question. It's whatever.
No-brainer.
It's a no-brainer. So that's exactly the way I explained it to her. I was just like, Like, if that's what I got to sacrifice to make sure that you and my kid are going to be healthy and good and no issues, then that's just going to be the shit that I got to handle. So I was like, let me just take a walk. Went to Target, got mad lotion. So you know what I'm saying?
This bring me some.
Porn is free at these days. Yo, you know, sorry, real quick, but you also gotta. What I do appreciate with her, even through all of that kind of stuff, right? It's like you find other ways to make certain things happen. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? So you know, she was really cool with that, like. Even before that, obviously, but even still, it's like
still make you feel like
yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? So still was with the shits or whatever the case. Like okay. So obviously, the only thing that's off the table is vaginal penetration.
Gotcha.
So we can still.
I could. It's cool.
You know what I mean?
That's settled.
Yeah. So do you feel like, and this is a question for all of us right here, do you feel like we should get credit from our women for not going? Because you. A whole year, brother, no sex.
I'm not stepping outside.
Yeah, so
and I'm not locked up.
And you're not locked up. Technically,
I'll be honest with you. No, I mean, it might be an odd factor to me from being a dude, but the reality is like you don't want your chick to do that to you either.
No, I agree with you. It ain't odd. I agree. I don't feel like we should get credit for not cheating, but I feel like they should acknowledge it.
It should be acknowledged.
It should be acknowledged. I don't feel like I should get. But you're not gonna throw me a party for not cheating, but let me know. Let the world know. Your nigga ain't out there just sleeping with anybody.
What I would say though is the fact that if that's the case, you got to do the same thing for them, and you're not gonna do that.
Yeah, you're right.
Let's keep it honest. We ain't gonna do that. So it's kind of like it's like one of those situations. Like you gotta be ready for the battle. You ready to throw the same punches as getting thrown at you?
Now, so here's what I'm gonna say. So here's what I would say to that, right? So I agree with both of you in the instance of putting myself in that predicament, right? So generally speaking, in my relationship, should it be acknowledged? It's kind of one of those things. It's like, like if I ask or I need something, respect the fact like I'm here holding it down. Like, you know what I'm saying, like don't hold out on me. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you mad. Like you're gonna get them cheeks up, bro.
Yeah, get a little freaky.
Yeah, like
I
you know what I'm saying?
Sleeping with anybody.
Like Rihanna didn't drop the whole Savage Fenty. You can even get it on Amazon. Like, you know what I'm saying? Make it known. Like like I appreciate my man is loyal to me. You know what I'm saying? I gotta make it happen for him. Because
I think that's like an unwritten thing though. Because if you're in a relationship with that person,
but
it is. It's almost like it's
go without saying.
But that's what I'm saying. But is it though?
It's
not.
It depends on the relationship.
Because I ain't gonna front.
Right.
Before I got in this faithful relationship that I am in now, Rihanna wasn't the only savage. I was out here just. It didn't matter. It didn't matter, but
it ain't matter.
It didn't matter. It mattered. But I was out here doing because I'm single.
Quality over quantity.
You gonna do your thing. I'm single. I'm doing a thing. Knock one here, knock one there, knock one there. I didn't care, but I feel like now. That the opportunity could still present itself, but I'm not gonna go that route.
I mean, but it's different things on the table now, because it's like you talking about your family, you talking about your child, you talking about what you're gonna lose. So of course,
but even before that,
I
wasn't out there cheating. Even before my son came in the picture,
he a lover boy. You know what I mean? When he find out love is over.
Yeah, it's over. So
he likes getting in the heart.
Joe Draco over here.
So I feel like now. Like and don't get me wrong, she probably was a savage in her day too. She definitely was, but like I'm not gonna.
I tell you the real quick.
Maybe it is a catch-22 because I'm not gonna sit out here and she is faithful and I do appreciate it. But I'm not gonna publicize it every day because I feel like it's a woman's job to be faithful. That's fucked up. But
you don't feel it's your job to be faithful also?
It is. That's what I say. It's the same thing.
It's a double standard sort of thing.
It's a double standard. It's the same thing as a man having 50 bodies and a girl having 50 bodies. That's wow. Why do you have 50 bodies? Like,
why not?
But it's the same thing.
No, like I can understand. I get what Steve's saying, right? Like, not understand that I agree, but I understand it, right? Because that's what I'm saying. So, traditionally speaking, right? You look at it, okay, and you say, okay, at 30 years old, this dude got 50 bodies, and at 30 years old, shorty got 50 bodies, right? So in most men's minds, when they find that woman that they with, they want it to be as pure as it possibly can be.
Nah, not me.
No. What I mean, I'm not talking about you being.
So you okay with the 50?
No. I'm not talking about being a virgin. No, but I'm just saying, like, I think all the pounds are how it happens.
Now watch this. Now, it's a few different angles.
50?
It's a few angles I'm gonna hit here now. you saying 50, right? But like if you didn't know a girl had 50, you would take it down.
Exactly.
Without a question, you would take it down. So
take it down is different.
I'm just saying.
I'm a girl that got 50.
No.
You ain't gonna take it down, nigga. I'm gonna be 51.
You could wife. Look. I seen hoes or people what we call hoes. A lot of bodies get wife, and it turned out beautifully.
No, 100%. I don't disagree.
Now, also another angle is you want to deal with a girl who, like, I call it the whole phase. Who didn't have that whole phase. So you don't want to be into a girl, right? And she didn't have a whole phase yet, but you into her, but she in her whole phase, but you don't really know it. And use one of her whole phase bodies, and like it don't work out because you want to lock it down, but she not trying to lock it down with you like that. And it's like you know what I'm saying?
But let me ask you this, right?
Brother, I'll do my research.
I mean, there's not a whole facts on everybody all the time, bro.
I got time you doing no research.
But Steve, realistically, hold on. Steve, sorry, let me ask you this, right? So hold on. To both of you guys' point, right? All right. Say, for argument's sake, right? A shorty doesn't have intercourse until she's 18 years old, right? Say from 21 to 31 in 10 years, every year she only slept with like 3 different guys a year.
That's light.
But let's think about it, right? But listen. But
bro,
listen,
3
hold on.
years for 10 years, that's 30 bodies plus the one she got when she was 18.
But it's about how she did it, though. It's about how you had the bodies.
But Steve, let me ask you this,
right?
That's
important.
But Steve, let me ask you this, right?
You could have been 3 relationships for that year.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. It could have been. It could have, I'm saying 12 months, 4 months apart. However you want to cut it up, right? But then you could also find a female.
One night stand.
You could also find a female who
had
18 to 31, has slept with 2 guys. She gets with you, and because she's never been curious or she's never been able to explore, only to the extent that you can help her. She decides she goes to Miami with her girls one weekend, and she's fucking half of the baller section. So what's worse, really?
Listen, I feel like right now, because I'm 30, if a girl is 30, anywhere from 5 to 10 is okay.
You're unrealistic, bro.
Yeah, unrealistic.
Yes. And the other part I was gonna say was
unrealistic.
But the other part,
bro. Grow up. What? 30 at 30, that means you had a body since you was 1 year old. That's how I look at it.
That's actually disgusting.
That's
kind of disgusting.
Either way, it's disgusting.
No, it's not.
Nah.
No.
That's my thing.
We're gonna leave this here.
We'll come back to this another topic at some point.
I need y'all to comment.
We want conversation pieces
and
on this.
let me know. Like, am I wilding? 30 bodies at the age of 30 is not outrageous?
Absolutely.
It depends how you had them.
That's what I'm saying.
Now watch this now. Now watch this now. Now it's something he could definitely relate to now. 30 years old, right? You in high school, probably a few bodies in high school, right? Now, them girls, mainly some girls that go to college, have that sprout.
Yeah.
So, and I'm just saying, people went to college, I'm sure guys knock down easy bodies. Now, it's chances of girls going to college and having 4 years of college, she might got numbers up, right? But, I mean, you young, you wild, experiencing college, living life, da-da-da. Then after you come out of college, you chill out. But say you went to college and probably, I'm going to throw a number out there. Say she had in 4 years about 12 to 15 bodies alone, right there. That's
crazy.
No, that's possible. I know it's possible, but that's not the chick I'm wifing, bro. But wait.
I understand.
This is college,
I understand that,
but look, this is college, right? After college, she found herself, she doing good in life, good career, and she's not like that no more. And the bodies are still in. You can't erase them.
Yeah.
But now she's like 25, 27, whatever, around 30. You know, after college, you get a few more bodies in there. So the number might go up a little bit more. So it's like you're going to for her college run.
Yes. So what?
Listen, no, I'm not being petty. That's how he feels, and that's what he wants, which is fair.
I'm not the only one.
All right.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm just saying, you're not the only one.
Now watch this. Now I'm gonna flip it on you real good now.
You gotta put it on him.
Now watch this now. See, you say you was out wilding, you was a savage, born of Rihanna, this. Exactly. So your girl gotta accept that?
Exactly.
Yes.
You on
she gotta accept it.
No, we said that. He doesn't kept into his double standard
she gotta
thing.
accept. I know it's a double standard.
Say his girl's like, I'm not gonna fuck with you because you had too many. You fucked too many girls I know. I'm not gonna fuck with you, and no girl will take you serious. Or say the girl you want to take serious. Like, nah, I can't take you too serious because you slept with a lot of girls.
But I'm delivered now. I'm not having it. You feel me? I'm not like that.
No, I mean you're not like that. But say it's a verse around. The girl not like that.
It's a double standard. I told you that from the beginning. For you, it's a double standard.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's a double standard. I get it, right? So it's like you said, it's a double standard for him, which is fair, right? Because at the end of the day, whoever you end up with, you want who you want. And that's fair and that's fine. Like if that's what you want, you stick in that category, you work it with it, and it works for you, then that's totally fair and that's fine, right? But my thing is, what I'm not gonna do is like I'm not gonna just say, oh, I'm gonna judge OD like, oh, this, that, and the third, or whatever.
I never judge.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
No. I'm just judging. Stop. I didn't say that. I didn't say that you. In that
No.
I'm not judging. Listen,
no. Steve, stop. I didn't say that you're judging. I'm just saying to make sure everybody understands the context. Like we're not judging. That's just his. What he preferred. That's his preference. Yeah. And that's so, like I said, everybody could be totally fine. I've known couples who did not have sex with nobody until they were married. Yeah, that's just juice now.
Oh, this nigga.
Heavy hand, motherfucker. But listen, at the end of the day, it's like, do you want to end up being married with somebody who've never had sex? So
some people do.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
like,
their preference.
That's what I'm saying. We want to understand it, but some people, like some people will understand it.
A girl having a low body count doesn't mean that much to me. That means you're so wholesome and shit. Nah.
Honestly, for me, the only thing that would definitely hurt me, or like not something hurt me, not be within the realm of something I would see myself accepting, where it's like she's on like some like whorish type of vibes, like, right? So where it's like
ran a hush like
not
that.
even just not more than just that. Where it's just like, you know what was the show Cheers, where everybody knows your name. It's like,
nah, that's a different story.
But that's what I'm saying. That's where I'm like,
there's different type of women who have a lot of bodies and shit. Because they could be a woman that you won't label as a whole, whatever. But like, it'd be hard to tell. Mm-hmm. There's one that's out there, and there's ones that like you won't even know till it's like later on,
right?
And those are one, and I feel like
she might not be from your town, and you don't matter anyways.
Yeah, but I mean, even from the town, like you probably wouldn't know, and it's all probably later. And it's like, say you mess with her, and you find out later she had more bodies than your expectations of a woman have, but you wouldn't take it serious. It's like at that point, would you not fuck with her after you find this out, or would you continue to do it and just brush it off?
Let's be real. Who's even asking how many bodies you got?
I'm never asking.
That's not something.
That's not. When we was in high school.
I'm not asking.
At college, and you asking that.
Because it's not even something I would care to ask. I just want to make sure I'm another notch on that. At that point,
if you're gonna ask me, if it's a high, if you think it's because you're only gonna ask if you think it's high. Really, that's how I feel.
Truthfully,
and really being realistic, most guys are not ready to handle that answer.
I agree. Like one thing.
So it's like
I know how many bodies my lady got.
Well, that's fine.
It came up in the conversation, so I know.
And you was happy.
And I feel like it's a comfortable number. You feel me? It's not nothing crazy.
Right. That's comfortable for you, but let's be honest, right? There could be somebody where, like, in an alternate universe that she was with, and they might feel as though one is too many. Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm saying. Everything is about picking and choosing.
6 bodies. What? Oh no.
Wait. First of all, you're not a virgin. Yeah. Oh nope. Off with your head.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. But kind of bringing it back to like we kind of mentioned before, right? So we get credit or be acknowledged for not cheating. Not necessarily credit, but it's like I said, like we mentioned before, right? Like some sort of acknowledgement and stuff. Like my thing for me would be like, I'm here, I'm in this relationship, we're faithful, we, you know what I'm saying, we're living well, we're building together, we're bonding, growing the family. Like, if I want some pussy, like, what
mm-hmm.
Hey,
give it up.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I can understand sometimes, like, you might have a day, or like I said, depending on your emotion, whatever's going on with you in that day might be a thing, but on, like, if somebody is dealing with a situation where it's a consistent pattern when you're not, then I think at the end of the day, every situation, whether it's sex, relationships, friendships, business, it all boils down to communication.
Facts.
Mm-hmm. If you can't communicate and you can't speak,
communication and comprehension.
You know what I'm saying? and I feel like not only just somebody being able to communicate, right? It's also about being able to listen in, because I can be somebody who's very communicative. But if I feel like anytime I might say something to you, it becomes like yo, I'm talking about these headphones, and you start talking about why the cords dangled. It's like we can't really communicate because you're taking what I'm saying and making it something else. So I might decide to just shy away from speaking to you about anything serious, period, and say, oh, well, then what's the point? Mm-hmm. You know, but I feel like understanding, and people got to also understand that there's so many different kinds of communication skills, right? And so, like, it's something that's always constantly evolving. And so when you guys ask, like, oh, you know, did we have the conversation about not being able to have sex for that entire, and not even just like you said, that's just a pregnancy, but now you delivered a child and then you move forward. So for me, it was November to Labor Day. You know what I'm saying? So having that conversation, be able to be like, listen, it's open and real. This is what's on the table. Your health and the child's health. Me busting a nut. Mm-hmm. But
Labor Day's in September, right?
Yeah. First.
So the reality is that's the part of just being a man, honestly.
But the reason but what's really good, right? So it's like traditionally, should we get credit for not cheating or and being faithful to the person we're with? And it's this acknowledgement.
With the credit, I'm not asking you to throw me a party, but if I ask you for something,
definitely should have gotten a party for this.
No. A year almost.
I didn't even do no time. Party,
you should got a parade,
bro. I ain't gonna hold you for doing that amount of time. I definitely should have just like had a jukes or something crazy. Cause I mean, what's the difference?
But she did put money on your commissary.
She did.
Yeah, so that's a plus.
I mean, like I said,
a couple of Udo noodles and Twizzlers.
On that point, it's just like there's no. I'm big when, especially when it comes to like relationship in a sense. I ain't giving you credit for making ice. Like, you know what I mean? The shit makes you
shouldn't get credit for doing something you should be doing.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like, if that's the case, then it goes in the line. You got to be prepared for everything after that.
But you got to put the water in the freezer to get the ice.
But you ain't make the water either.
But you want to open that door.
You also didn't
because you don't ever want to. You don't because I don't think in any relationship, like I said, not even just like romantic relationship, you don't want things to be a tit for tat.
That's facts. That's what creates.
But when I say credit, I'm not actually. This brings back to what I'm saying. I'm not asking for the publicize it or anything. But if we're together
and you're looking for credit, you're looking for acknowledgement.
Acknowledgement. I don't need credit. Yeah. I told you that in the beginning. I don't need credit. Just acknowledge that, you know, I'm faithful, I'm here, I'm with you, and we know we're gonna do our thing. So if I ask you to drop them drawers, you just gotta drop them drawers. And it's not even always about sex. You don't always gotta drop the drawers.
But then you also gotta understand it too, is that what's your acknowledgement may not be that person's send off. You don't know. That person's acknowledgement might be making you a meal that night.
Mm-hmm. And I'm okay with that too.
And I'm good with that because that's actually something that we want to say for a different topic, right? So, you know, kind of bringing this full circuit, you know, talking about our experiences with, you know, our significant others' pregnancies, right? So in the future, what we want to kind of have the conversation about is understanding everybody's communication styles and also love languages. Mm-hmm. And that's a very important thing, right? Because I know what my love languages are, doesn't necessarily mean that that's what's reciprocated. Mm-hmm. So that's a big portion of, you know, that what you just mentioned, because even though I want something and that's the way I like it, that might not necessarily be the way that you can give it off to me.
So that goes back to what you're saying about communication.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah, communication. That full circle with everything in any aspect of any relationship, friendship, any shit. Communication is key.
100%.
One thing I had to say, like I learned, and I had a talk about it today, where the problem with communication is a lack of, is that a lot of times people have a sense, all right, I'm going to communicate something to you. But then they don't understand the other end of communication is that what you saying is not necessarily what you want to hear. Yeah. Because a lot of times people already have a script written in their head. Like, I'm going to say, Sahir, I don't like that you drinking out of a red cup. And in your mind, you think like, he's just going to say, I feel you, I understand. But then you're not prepared for him to say, man, fuck out of here. I'm drinking out the red cup. What's the problem with that? Mm-hmm. At that moment in time, communication is shot. So the same way we talking about acknowledgement. Same thing we talking about giving credit. You think in your mind when I communicate to you, babe, I ain't sleep with nobody in the whole 9 months that you was with somebody. You expecting a certain thing. That ain't communication. That's you wanting whatever you want in your court. The reason why I say that, it's not a sake of trying to take a woman's side or a man's side. It's the fact that the reality is that us as people, we have a habit of making things comfortable for whatever it is we want in the moment in time. Again, cheating with somebody, you ain't got no business cheating on somebody. Mm-hmm. And then the same thing, you with somebody for the part of time, you ain't got no business doing it. Of course, in this day and age, everybody's cheating on everybody, but it's normal.
Not us.
No, not me.
I'm not saying
not
you
me.
guys do. When I say everybody,
we just happen. I understand. Yeah.
But the reality is that we try to normalize like what we doing. Like we only comparing because, like you said, we comparing everybody else. Like everybody else is cheating and they normalizing it. In this room, we ain't normalizing it. But in a relationship, we looking for credit based on the fact that outside people normalize.
Not credit. Acknowledgement.
I
need credit. I got credit.
I think we found the name of today's episode, right? It's not credit, it's acknowledgement.
Yeah. So it's just like I said, overall with the thing with communication, and we gonna probably touch on it later time, is that I'm big on communication. I love it. That's like honestly, I'm not gonna say sex and all this stuff doesn't matter. My love language. If I can't communicate with you, there ain't nothing there
at all.
And I don't even know who you are because I'm big on me communicating the person I am. It may not be the way that person likes it. It may not be the way it wants. Because me, I'm a rigid person. I own it. Like I'm tough, but at the same time, it's like I can show you in my own type of way. Some people may receive it a different kind of way. Like, you tough, but you really know. You show me how you know.
Yeah, you're not switching it up.
Because we walk down the thing, like, and that's the part I say again with communication is that, you know, you saying something to somebody and they prepare like, all right, he's communicating this. I'm not getting what I want to hear out that situation.
Yeah.
So we have to learn that across the board in any way, shape, or form. That's the only way. Like all basis of the conversation, like you talking about like not being able to have sex, not being able to be acknowledged, and then should it be back in return. It's all based on communication at the end of the day. You communicating how you feel. You communicating how you feel about what can't be done, and then she's reiterating it back to you and what's her stance on.
Got you. So I feel like this episode was a great episode. I want you guys to keep tuning in. Please hit the like button, subscribe. Let's keep this show going.
Tell us what you guys like, what you don't like. Give us the feedback.
Yes.
Make sure you subscribe. Send it to your friends. Continue to push it forward. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. And we'll see you next time. Thanks.
Comment, please, because I feel like 30 bodies at 30 is crazy. But I need to know what y'all think. All right?